I gotta shut off my music on my end. Right, what up? It's your boy Sinfanta and
Not anymore, the brave wolf.
what's up, everybody? Hope you had a wonderful weekend and you're having a wonderful Monday. Clap it up, let's go.
It's Monday. I never did a podcast on a Monday. Me and Sin, we changed the world.
We changed the world for you guys. What's up, Pyrocami? What's up, Alucard? What's up, Miss Pink Moon? What's up, everybody here? DX the Great. Thank you for stopping by. Check us up live on twitch.tv/Sinfanta
And Bravery Arcade. Well, actually, twitch.com/Bravery Arcade. Bing, bing, bing.
And before we get started, make sure you go ahead and check out Bravery Studios for some great quality content. If you need some good pricing for your podcast to be done at a decent rate with some decent prices.
Bravery up.
Bravery up, my boy.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I got really drunk. I called you drunk. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
Sin. I was like, yo, you doing, Sin? Yeah, I was saucy. I was sauce boss on the weekend. I actually got to hang out with some old friends. I went by my friend Davilis's house, and we were playing poker. And I don't get out of the studio much, but that felt good. It felt good being able to hang with the homies for a while. You know, I don't get out much. How was your weekend though?
It was good outside of what you know, in my personal life. I'm good personally. I'm good. Of course, before I ask, which I saw you playing it right now, what games were you playing?
I was playing Street Fighter 5. I don't know how it happened. I turned on my stream, and my main objective was to play Mario Party Online. So I jump on Mario Party Online, and I realized that you cannot play with randos. You can only play with friends. And guess how many of my friends were playing Mario Party Online at that moment?
How many?
It was 0.
Oh my god.
It was. So I was like, damn, I can't play online. I was hoping to play online. Also, none of my viewers have Mario Party, so I couldn't even play with my viewers. So I was like, damn, what game am I going to play? And somebody was like, yo, play Tekken. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't played fighting games in a while. I don't know if I want to get into that.
Sony X Discord, we're going to be covering that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But so then, yeah, I turned on Tekken. I was like, man, I miss this. I miss playing fighting games. I'm a fighting game guy. I miss this. It felt good. Then we played Street Fighter. It felt good. It felt really good. And then we played Smash Bros. And I was like, wow, I can't believe it. And then I had like 20 viewers playing Smash Bros. And I was like, I haven't had this many viewers in forever, bro. And 20 is not a lot, but I'm grateful for people that come by and watch me. They could be anywhere in the world, but they're here with me, and I appreciate that, man.
Right.
How about you, brother? How about you? What you been playing
right
lately?
now? I've been playing some Bravely Default 2 now that I've hit the top of the Monster Hunter Rise mountain. I've also been playing Monster Hunter Rise along with the newer community, which makes you feel like a god.
Smack your mic. Smack your mic. You sound far away again.
Oh, it's it. Hold on. All right, is it better?
No, I changed mics now.
Come on, don't do this to me.
You caught it, Marv. Nice. Yeah. Sin's mic is on crack. We'll fix it though. Look at him. He's looking at it. He's like, what's wrong with you, baby? Come on. You gotta pet it once in a while. You gotta show your microphone love. Like, give it a kiss. Like, I kiss my microphone every now and then. Luckily, I'm the only one that uses a microphone.
I just have to disconnect it from the TV, not the TV, the other microphone.
Yeah, disconnect it.
Webcam microphone. It'll switch to the webcam microphone. If it does that, like gives me issues. But I'll keep an eye on it for now.
Just tap it or something, cause you sound really low.
It's still low.
Yeah, it's still low right now. It's like D'Lo Brown messing with the real deal now.
That's interesting because that's interesting because it sounds good to me.
I don't know. How about everybody in the live chat? How does it sound? DX says it looks like you're beatboxing.
What about on my end? Because on my end, I'm actually hearing it fine. That's interesting.
Maybe it's on my side then. I don't know. Let me test something.
Let me double check.
Oh, right there, it fixed. Right there, right there.
I didn't touch anything. That's what's driving me nuts.
It might be something on my side then. It might be something on my side. I'll keep my eye on it.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna have things multiply plugged in just so I can continuously check.
but either way, Sin's been playing Brady Default. What else you been playing?
I've been playing. Get off my horn! I've been playing. Get off my horn! I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise as well with the newbies. Enjoying that. I'm highly enjoying the fact that you can play with individuals that are lower ranks and they require help, and you just feel like a god around them. I got back into Smash Bros recently as well, and yeah, see, it sounds good on my end. Yeah, okay, that's
No, you
interesting.
sound good. You sound good.
Um,
You sound good now.
um, I've been playing Monster Hunter and as well as Smash Bros. Recently I re-downloaded Super Mario 3D World, which I would love to play with you sometime if you ever get it.
What game?
Super Mario 3D World. It has online capabilities.
I'll get it.
It's fun. I will kid you not. With the online added to it, it's fun.
I'm sure it is. I've never really paid for a Mario game. That's my thing. Cause I always have like one friend that buys every Mario game and then gives them to me. And he hasn't done that yet. So maybe I'll buy it myself. I don't know. I've never really like felt I had to buy a Mario game because everybody has every Mario game. And I figure when they're done with it, they'll just send it my way because they'll be done with it. But let's see what happens. Maybe I'll buy a Mario game finally.
Okay.
Is it that they don't ever go on sale or go down in price either? Nintendo does not do sales with their big games, and that's
3D World, yeah.
Nintendo does not do sales on Mario games. Even if you look up games that came out for the Wii U and you look up the price on them, they're still like
That's right.
$50, $60. It's like crazy.
That's right. It's not a joke.
Yeah, Nintendo doesn't play. They're like Apple. Apple doesn't do sales ever. I think
No.
Nintendo took that strategy from them.
All right. So before we get started on these news, make sure you subscribe. Hit subscribe on the platform of your choice: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and most importantly, on Apple Podcast, leave a review. I'm seeing only a 20% of you are subscribed, so make sure you do so. Now, without any further ado,
Let's go.
let's jump to our first topic.
All right, guys.
Now,
You want me to lead on this one?
yes, please.
Guys, it just dropped today. It just happened right now today. Sony has brought a minority stake in Discord. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you guys what Discord is, because I'm sure everybody in Sin's chat, everybody in my chat right now knows what Discord is. They're in our Discord communities. Discord is like, I always looked at Discord like it's the modern version of AOL chat. You remember AOL chat?
Yes.
I look at Discord like, hey, I'm gonna create my own chat room. I'm gonna create subtopics and an announcement thing. I love Discord more than social media. I really like talking to my viewers more on Discord than on social media. Even though I use Twitter from time to time, but I'd rather just have them all on my Discord talking to me from there because everybody can jump in. But
You
today,
know,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say really quick before you continue. I highly enjoy Discord simply because it makes my whole community come into one melting pot
Mm-hmm.
versus going to post on my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
any other website. Discord's easy.
Totally agree with you. So today, Sony bought a minority stake in Discord, and I'm sure everyone and their mother were thinking, what does this mean for the other consoles like Xbox and Nintendo now? So let me read what they have on Kotaku. Sony Interactive Entertainment has invested a minority stake in the popular communications app Discord. Um, and when we say minority stake, it means that they brought only a small portion of it. They did not buy a controlling portion, meaning if they brought more than 51%, then they would control that app or that company that owns Discord. They bought a minority stake, meaning they're not in part of the decision making, but they have influence in the decision making. Okay,
Right.
so SIE President Jim Ryan announced today in a popular blog post the company plans to bring Discord and PlayStation experiences closer together on consoles and mobile starting early next year. They continue and say Sony didn't detail much about what it plans to do with Discord, the popular messaging app that boasts more than 100 million active monthly users, with Ryan writing that our teams are already working hard at connecting Discord with your social and gaming experiences on PlayStation Network. While PlayStation has its own dedicated voice chat, there's no official method for chatting with others in cross platform play on a system level. Some kind of integration, whether that's fully fledged Discord on PlayStation or simply the ability to use the app's voice chat across platforms, could be a big help towards bridging the cross-play gap. To do all this, Ryan writes that Sony Interactive Entertainment has made a minority investment as part of the Discord Series H round, but didn't disclose the amount of the company's investment. So we don't know how much. We do not know how much Sony owns of Discord. We do not know how much, and that's
Mm.
they're probably not disclosing it because maybe they own a big port. Maybe they own 40%. The fact that they're still using the term minority means it's less than 51, because that means they have less than controlling amount in it. The story continues. It says in March, Bloomberg reported that Microsoft angled to purchase Discord outright, like 100%. Microsoft was trying to buy Discord for 10 billion. I didn't even know. I didn't even know Discord was worth 10 billion. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And last month, according to the Wall Street Journal, those talks were off as Discord repositioned itself as an initial public offering, meaning they wanted to go public and sell some of their shares, but not sell the whole company to one other big company. They didn't want Microsoft to own them 100%. Um,
Right.
for me, what I take away from this story is that Sony, it seems like with crossplay being a bigger thing in this current gen, which is PS5, Xbox, whatever the hell it's called, and whatever Nintendo's bringing next, Sony wants voice chat in games that are cross platform. So you're playing Fortnite on Switch and your friend is on PS5, you guys will be able to communicate through Discord on the PlayStation. It seems like that's their goal, but we don't know 100% if that's their only goal.
Right.
What do you think about this story, though, bro?
I feel as though it was a good move. Discord has been gaining a lot of increase in user activity. The growth hasn't stopped, uh, and the reason for that being that every future console has, yeah, they increase the voice chat in it, but it doesn't include any kind of community to surround themselves around.
Uh-huh.
The best example I can have for that could have led into something beautiful would be the Miiverse, and unfortunately, they never added any. They just didn't. They didn't do anything with that.
Yeah, they never
Like
took advantage of it completely.
so, but I, I I feel as though as long as Sony doesn't try to limit what Discord's current usage is, then we should be all good to go and good to benefit from it, especially if it gets more gaming integrative access.
I agree. I think that maybe Discord as themselves as a company were like, no, we just want to give you a portion. We don't want to give you the whole thing because then you're gonna make Discord only a PlayStation thing, and we want to
Um,
remain independent and be for everybody and every console and every gamer. So shout out to Discord because they could have went to Microsoft and they could have just took the $10 billion and been only a Microsoft thing. Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank God they didn't do that, bro. Thank God.
absolutely,
Who plays
absolutely.
Xbox? But either way, I don't see this as a bad thing at all. I think
Whoa,
Sony did this primarily so they can have Discord on their console. And I think that other gaming companies such as Nintendo and Microsoft should follow suit and add Discord to their console. That way they don't have to worry about the voice chat and type chat on their own. That way, hey, if I'm playing Mario Party online, which we're going to talk about later, I could just turn on the Discord chat and I don't have to worry about Nintendo providing a voice chat option to my game. So hopefully that happens soon. I hope every console comes with Discord as an app on their console so you can do that. But big win.
absolutely. Mm,
Go ahead, bro. I was just saying big win. Big win for Discord.
yeah, it's something I feel like Nintendo should have freaking took advantage of, you know. But the problem with Nintendo is that they don't think like that ever. Everything with Nintendo is so passive that the only part that was good about them in terms of company decisions for video game developers was the innovative controller setups and a lot of innovative interactive gadgets. And unfortunately that's not the strategy to go forward into. They have fallen behind so dramatically in terms of graphics, in terms of hardware, in terms of CPU, in terms of memory, that it is gonna come to uh, back to bite them in the behind. Now that the Switch is, yes, it's still selling as hotcakes, but it as the president said, they shouldn't rest on their laurels, and I'm hoping that they will stick to that truth.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if this is like in Nintendo's business philosophy to buy a portion of a non-gaming entity. Like if you guys don't know, Nintendo owns little bits and pieces of third-party companies. Like I remember them owning a little bit of Bandai before they joined with Bandai Namco, and they own a little bit of a couple different smaller video game companies. So that way they have some influence in what games get put on their consoles. But I've never heard of Nintendo buying like some third party app, for uses on their console.
The thing I've ever seen them is just uh, gobbling up patents. That's
Oh
the only thing
yeah.
I've.
Oh yeah, they love that, bro. They buy patents like crazy. They gobble it up. That's a good term. Skype. Well, Microsoft brought Skype like 10 years ago, and we all thought that all right, Skype's going to be on every Xbox now. Skype's going to be the future for Xbox voice chat. What ended up happening with Skype is that people stopped using Skype. They stopped caring about it. Skype dropped the ball. Whoever runs Skype, whether it's Microsoft 100% or if it's another company, they never added integrations about community features, and that's where Discord excels. Discord is amazing for building community. Like if you're a streamer, you have to have your own Discord community. You have to. You have to have that alert when you go live. Like boom, hey, because Twitch doesn't always send out the alert message for live,
Not anymore.
but Discord will not betray you at all when you're
Only
going
for
live.
partners.
Yep. Yep. Discord is loyal, bro. And I love Discord. I personally, Discord is my social media of choice. It's not really like a social media, but then again it is because it's like you're gathering your audience in one place. So I kind of
Hmm.
consider it like a social media. I kind of consider it that.
Rip Skype.
Yeah, Skype is dead. Who uses even for me that I do a lot of podcasting and I do a lot of recording people
Meetings. Hmm.
virtual meetings and everything like that. Skype is dead for that. Everybody's using Zoom. Skype dropped the ball with not updating their features over time.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember the car commercial with that car? Zoom, zoom, zoom,
Yeah,
zoom,
yeah.
zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah,
The Mazda. I think that was a Mazda commercial.
yeah, it was
But
that.
yeah,
Okay.
Microsoft brought Skype for no reason. I remember when they brought Skype and it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna start putting it in all their consoles. Everybody stopped using Skype, so like it became pointless. Even now, Skype doesn't even work that well. When I do voice chat over Skype, sometimes it's like so delayed and it's not even like on point like that. I don't even know why. Discord's not perfect either, but it's better than Skype.
Right. Hold on. I'm opening up the our news on my phone.
Do your thing, Playboy. Do your thing. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good thing that Sony brought a piece of Discord. I hope that that means we're going to see more Discord integrations on consoles. Whether it starts with Sony, hopefully it doesn't end with Sony. Hopefully it becomes a thing on every console. But
Yes.
time will tell. That time will tell.
Yes.
The good part is that Sony doesn't own it 100% because then it'd be me and Sim would be freaking would be F in the A because we we're not big Sony boys, but
I hate Sony. I hate well, no, Sony, not Sony. You know, even though it's 100% to them, but I would have hated Microsoft if we got their piece of the pie with that, because they just don't. Even now, even though there's hints to them working together with Nintendo, there's a lot of things about Microsoft that still scare me to this day. The way they handle things when it comes to
bro, thank
games
God
is
they
just,
didn't buy Discord. Thank God, because
they're
then
getting so much worse with, like, who goes to buy a new Xbox from the new gen and go, there's a lot of games I could play down there. I'll wait.
nobody on our streams. Maybe there is some Xbox fans out there, but I don't know. But thank God they didn't. Thank God that Discord didn't take that 10 billion because other companies would have saw 10 billion and be like, hell yeah, we're selling to Microsoft. Hell yeah. Microsoft has a lot of money to play with. I think Microsoft actually has more money than Nintendo and Sony combined, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
I might be wrong, but I think they do have more money than Sony and Nintendo.
they do, because they make all their money from PCs, obviously.
Exactly. I'm not 100%, but I think they could afford to actually buy any company they want if they wanted to. So that means that
Except for Nintendo.
no, they could afford Nintendo, but Nintendo won't sell. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
funny
wouldn't.
story that I forgot to mention a couple weeks ago. Um, Somebody from Nintendo was on a interview, and they were like, "Yeah, Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo like in 1999 before the Xbox came out. Microsoft went to Nintendo and was like, "Hey, we'd love to buy your company or whatnot." And then the people apparently everybody at Nintendo that was at that meeting just laughed, just started laughing like, "No, we're not gonna sell our company to Microsoft, bro." Yeah, we're talking shit in Affiliate. Shout out to Affiliate. Oh, if Microsoft bought Bravery Studios, I'll take that money in a heartbeat. I'm sorry, it'll be over. I'll be in the freaking Bahamas or Cuba by the end of the week if Microsoft wants
Pyro
to buy
Kami
Bravery
Pyro
Studios.
Kami says, I'm gonna have to invest in the PS5. F Microsoft, man. Yeah, yep. Microsoft used to be so good for me in the 360 era, and then they just woo.
Oh yeah, I love the 360 era. I love the 360 era of
Welcome back,
Xbox.
Mix Pink Moon.
I love the 360 era. That's when I was like, I'm not touching a PS3 because Microsoft had everything in the beginning of that era, and then they kind of dropped the ball close to the end. DX the Great says Cranky Anchors is coming back. Microsoft smeared doo doo cheeks. What? What? I don't even know what that refers to. But anyway, moving forward, what you got next, and what's on the docket next?
All right, so now, this article is a little. It's starting to rub me the wrong way. How a lot of websites are reporting articles when it pertains to Nintendo Switch, and they still have to like just add in their rumors that have nothing to do with anything, have not been confirmed about anything, and maybe they're true, but just I'm tired of hearing them. The first part would be Nintendo will reportedly ramp up Switch output to 30 million this fiscal year. According to a news report from the Japanese publication, the case suggests Nintendo will ramp up the production of the Switch to 30 million units this fiscal year, ending 31st March 2022, in an attempt to capitalize on the stay-at-home demand for the hybrid system thanks to the pandemic. According to people with direct knowledge of the matter, Nintendo has reached out to multiple part suppliers about accelerating production and expanding output. Nikkei further states how Nintendo is expected to release a follow-up Switch model which is capable of running better graphics and would be the first new offering since the release of the Switch Lite. There is no freaking news. That's the only part that's a report, but they will actually be ramping up 30 million units for this fiscal year, which is way beyond what they were expecting to do. It's not the first time we've heard about a rumored enhanced model. In March, a report from Bloomberg suggested that Nintendo will release a new system with a Samsung OLED display 4K capabilities. A Nintendo spokesperson has responded to Nikkei's latest report about increased hardware production and new model Switch with the following comments. Quote, there is nothing we can tell you about production numbers in the higher end model, unquote. This news article comes from NintendoLive.com. You can check it out. We'll hit you up with the links as we have this up on YouTube.
So more Switch Pro news. That's what everybody wants to hear, right?
Well, no, it's they're essentially they're ramping up how many Switches they will be putting out, which coincides with the fact that the Nintendo Switches are selling even more now than ever, due to the fact that they have a good steady track record of video games releasing that cater to everybody on the platform. Um, even though I'm not that person because I don't have the time or the economical investment, I still do see games come out that I'm like I would be interested in buying that. But other than that, just they just tacked on the whole rumors because they see the ramp up. They're like, oh, we're still gonna talk about the freaking. I'm done, guys. Stop talking about the Switch Pro.
Yeah, we talk about it like weekly here, like on this podcast a lot. And I'm done with the rumors. I'm like, if they're gonna bring it out, bring it out. But one thing that's for sure, when they ramp up on production on a console, it usually means it's because they're trying to sell their stock of what they have now to prepare for something new. So
Yeah,
I mean, this could lean towards a newer model coming out, or it could just mean that Nintendo's trying to capitalize on the pandemic, that people are home and they have time to play games. So
well,
it could
see
go either
that
way.
I'm trying to figure out if it's ramp up Switch output, as in they're trying to get more of their consoles that they may have already manufactured out, or is it more production line? You know,
Oh, I hear what you're
make
saying. Yeah, because it could be either one, right?
yeah, it could be either or. And to me, what would make a sense if I was in their position right now, I would get rid of all the Switch units that are in factories and start working for the new model. If that was what was happening. But I'm getting sick and tired of everybody out there not only not doing it like us and like very few other websites that do it, and they just report it as a statement. I cut that out, guys. You're looking so unprofessional, and I can sit here and name websites, but I will not.
Well, let me tell you, if you put Switch Pro in the title of an article, it's gonna get a lot of clicks. So I see why they're doing it. I see why they're bringing up the hype. And let's face it, I've been hearing about the Switch Pro since the original Switch came out. Like I've been hearing about, oh, newer model, like since 2017. Um, I don't lean towards any direction whether they need to bring a new one or they shouldn't. But I am definitely sick and tired of all the articles. Like I just wish they just drop it. A quick peek at my chat. I'm looking at the Philly that says hopefully the launch isn't as painful as the Switch. Bro, the Switch launch was beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. You had
So,
Breath of the Wild day one, and then you had um, Mario Odyssey like 3 months later, and then a whole bunch of great stuff. This first year of Switch was the Switch had the best launch of any console in my opinion. I don't know. Then you had indie games left and right to like feed you in between big Nintendo releases. So I will argue that the Switch had the best launch of any console ever.
yes, yes. Even now, the Switch is tugging on my heartstrings to replacing the Super Nintendo as the best console ever.
Super Nintendo is one of my favorites. Dreamcast is actually my actual favorite, but Super Nintendo is like the second favorite. But if he's meaning that the stock was low, um, the stock of the Switch being low, it's a marketing thing. It's a like, oh, I gotta buy it before it disappears kind of thing. That's why they keep the hype up. That's how they keep the hype up for a new console. Even Sony's doing it right now with the PlayStation 5. They tell you the stock is low. You got to buy it while you can. You got to be on the website refreshing the page 100%.
Dude,
Dreamcast, that was
I'm
the
getting
best.
hit with massive nostalgia as soon as you said Odyssey. Yeah, Odyssey was a good game.
Yo, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild coming out the same year is bonkers. That is like the 1-2 punch Nintendo needs to do with every console launch. They need to drop a Mario and a Zelda year one, and then spread it out with like other titles like in between, smaller titles that are still fun. But
That's right.
Dreamcast was cool, but not the controller. I disagree, DX. Dreamcast controller, I think the only thing that it sucked at was the wire coming out the bottom of the controller. I think that was dumb. I think that was really stupid. Because after a year, you're pulling on that wire so often that it got loose and that your controller stopped working after a while because you're pulling on it so much. Second problem with the Dreamcast controller, no analog stick on the right side, and the D-pad was really bad on the Dreamcast. But other than that, I like the Dreamcast controller. It had a screen on it and the memory card. I thought that was really unique and cool for the time.
Yeah, I won't lie. That was such a good mix up.
I like the Dreamcast controller. It looks so Dreamcast. Like when you think of Dreamcast, you're like the controller is half the experience because it's like holy crap! I'm playing a controller. It has a screen on it. The memory card has a little TV on it. The wire is coming out the bottom of the controller like for no reason, and you could put two memory cards in it for no reason, and it had triggers. The first controller to have triggers. If you don't know what a trigger is, it has an analog right and left input where like it's not just a button that you press. It's a force feedback thing where like pressure sensitive. It made racing
For
games
those
on the Dreamcast pretty unique.
for those that play Smash Bros, you should know what we're talking about with the game controllers.
Yeah, the game controls had triggers also.
Welcome, Marius Lecter. We're dual streaming right now, the podcast. Make sure you check us out on twitch.tv/Sinfanta and twitch.tv/Bravery Arcade.
Hurrah. DX said that controller looked like it fell in a bucket of controller parts. It was super. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It looked crazy, but once you held the Dreamcast controller, it just felt good. It felt good to have a Dreamcast controller. Smash Bros sounds fun right now. Yeah, Smash Bros is great always. Moving forward, uh, Mario Party, which we're kind of late to the information party, but here we go. Mario Party finally gets online play in a free update,
What?
bro. What was your first reaction to this?
Yeah, my first reaction to this was why so late?
I'm gonna say the pandemic is why. I'm gonna say the pandemic. I'm gonna say because Nintendo saw that people aren't able to go over each other's houses anymore. They were like, "Yo, we gotta put Mario." And they saw the sales of Mario Party. Super Mario Party actually sold really, really, really well on the Switch. Personally, me and all my friends that have a Switch have Mario Party, even if we don't play it all the time. It was a return to formula. It had the you're not driving around in the cart together like in the Wii era of Mario Party. Yes, Mario Party finally got an online update on the Switch. Let me read the article from Kotaku. It says,
Yeah, we skipped the Fallout ones, but I'll get to that one.
oh yeah, we'll go to that next. It says that after nearly 2.5 years, Super Mario Party is getting new online play option in a free update. While the game first launched in October 2018, oh my god, I can't believe that game came out 3 years ago. It's 2021 right now. It did not have online, albeit a rather limited form, as only a small number of mini games could be enjoyed. With today's update, Nintendo, well, not today because we're reading this kind of late, but it says that with today's update, what the hell? I just lost my spot because a freaking ad came out. Um,
Gotta love it.
with today's update, Nintendo's beefing up Super Mario Party's online multiplayer. This is only the game's second update, with a previous one in March covering fixes to the data scheduled for an upcoming release. Below are the update patch notes. I'm not reading all the patch notes, but
No, forget that.
brother, this is one of those things that the pandemic has been a tragedy for many families and many countries around the world. But there has been some silver linings in this situation where companies are being a little more understanding of the fact that, hey, we can't always be in the same room together. We need to fix online so that people can play together in this modern era where it's kind of dangerous to just go anywhere. Um,
Yeah.
Fighting games, which is what I play the most on my streams, have understood this. They're ramping up their future releases to have better online experiences, um, and that makes me happy. And I'm happy to see that Nintendo has become understanding of that also, because realistically, there's no reason why Mario Party, Super Mario Party in the Switch, didn't come out the gate with online. And I bet that after seeing Fall Guys, after seeing Among Us, even after seeing Fortnite, which is kind of like a party shooter, Nintendo probably was saying to themselves like, "Wow, this is like where we used to be the expertise. This is where we were like the pros when it came to party games and getting the gang together for a couple random crazy stupid matches and whatever. We used to be the pros, and now like Fall Guys comes out of nowhere and poops all over where we used to be the best." And they were like, "Hey, yeah, like let's freaking fix Mario Party so it's online and anybody can play." The downside is that you can only play with friends. You can't do rando matches, which is why I started playing Tekken the same night that Super Mario Party got the update. But if you got friends that got Mario Party and it's go online, go play, man. Go do it. Call up your boys and make it happen.
Mm-mm.
How do you feel about this update, though, Sin?
I feel it's incomplete. I feel like, the same way I felt about oh my god, I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't even remember. There was another game that I felt like the updates were incomplete, but Super Mario Party should have came out the gate with everything unlocked, everything set in place, and that way it would have done so much better.
I
Like
think,
Mario Tennis Aces. Yeah.
yeah, I think it should have came with more maps. Mario. The problem with Super Mario Party is that it's fun, it's a good time, but it is probably the most bare bones version of Mario Party. Like there are very few maps. There are very few interactable things in the game. There's not a lot to do in the few maps that they give you. Like the other Mario Party games have a lot of content. Mario Party has like 3 maps that you could probably play with friends and that's it.
I forgot about Aces. Yeah, that's how you know it's a forgettable game.
I forgot about Aces day one. I don't even remember when that dropped. And I was hyped for that game because they showed that it had like a story mode or RPG mode.
It's so bare bones compared to the past iterations.
Yeah, they.
Like I wish they did that with Super Mario Strikers. Remember how good that game was?
I do, and I think Nintendo has gotten lazy with their Mario side
Sport.
games.
There's
Not
sports.
Yeah, if it's not like a mainline Mario game, they don't put that much effort to it no more. Like Mario Golf, Mario Tennis,
You know
all.
what did it?
What is it?
You know what did it? The Wii Sports combination that came out for the Wii.
Yes, because they
That
saw.
murdered
I totally agree with that. They saw that, hey, we don't even have to put Mario in the game. We can just make a fun little mini games, collection of mini games, and people will buy it. Wii Sports was the bee's knees for like hella years with how bare bones that experience was. And Nintendo was like, Why are we even trying with Mario Tennis and Mario Golf, bro? We could just put out, a bare bones experience and people will buy it.
We have Paul Claw Show in the building. Welcome,
Paw
Paul Claw,
Claw,
New Jersey. New Jersey's best Ganondorf.
yo.
This is Jersey. This is Jersey. This is Jersey.
I never told nobody, but Paw Claw stole my girlfriend in 8th grade.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to put him out there. I love Paw Claw, but I want my
Said-
girlfriend back, bro.
He said maybe new Mario Golf will be better. Mario Golf has never been for me. Sorry.
No, 64 Mario Golf was epic.
Yes, but
It was
they
epic,
added
but
flavor to it, like Strikers Charged, like Double Dash. It had flavor. To Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but that's the only exception.
that's my
And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is not even a sports game.
that's my well, debatably you can call racing a sport, debatably. But yeah, Wii Sports ruined it for Mario games cuz people were excited about a bare bones game where you only play with Mii's and there's only 5 different type of games and it's it, and they didn't have to put that much effort. But people loved Wii Sports. I'm surprised Wii Sports doesn't come back like Switch Sports or something. I'm surprised.
They could have. Yeah, thank you, Miss Pink One.
But yeah, the Mario side projects have really become generic little toss them out games that people play them. I had a viewer that told me to stop playing Smash because they wanted to go pro in Mario Tennis, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that Mario Tennis had a competitive scene. I didn't even know that. To each their own, though. To each their own. What?
Competitors got butchered though.
I didn't even know that Mario Tennis had a competitive scene. I didn't even know.
You wouldn't know that Mario Kart Deluxe had a competitive scene.
No. I know I know the Mario Kart games all have a competitive scene. I know that for a fact. But I wouldn't have guessed
Making money,
Mario Tennis.
Making money on mobile Nintendo apps, and maybe they'll start caring about Mario Sports again.
If they make them like a service, if they make them like platforms where like they get updated all the time, kind of like how Fortnite and Fall Guys and Among Us does. Nintendo needs to adapt into the modern era where like, hey, I'm not just gonna put out a game and that's gonna be the same game for the next 10 years. I'm gonna update it every couple weeks. I'm gonna have special guests like, hey, Nintendo can have a week where like, all right, Samus is a special guest in Mario Tennis, and this is just a stupid random example because it probably
Just
should
take
be.
it out, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but if for 1 week you can download Samus Aran and play her in Mario Tennis, people will lose their mind and go play Mario Tennis for that week, or whoever they make as a guest. Fortnite has really changed the game when it comes to party experiences. Because Fortnite, you could play it seriously or you can play it as a party type of game. And Nintendo needs to look at that.
You know,
Nintendo needs to look at that and say, hey, Fortnite goes gets Marvel characters, it goes get DC characters, it goes and gets freaking John Wick. Nintendo has enough characters in their own house where they could say, all right, this is Zelda week in Mario Golf.
wait, hold on. 1-2-Switch tried, but 1-2-Switch was one of those games where
It
it
didn't
had
try.
the games felt too many, and the only games that were trying to try really hard was the HD Rumble games, and they were just like quick, like just boring as soon as you did it once or twice. The one that blew my mind when I first did it, however, it was the one where you have to count how many balls were inside a box, and when you move the Joy-Con around, it felt like there was actually balls inside your, because of the HD Rumble.
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
No, I think 1-2-Switch is a fun experience. I'm sure. I haven't played them for myself, but like I said, I think these Mario games, these side projects for Mario, need to become platforms in themselves, kind of like how Fortnite, Fall Guys, Among Us, kind of like how they do, where it's like every week is a new event. Kind of like what's to do with Splatoon. Splatoon had events in their games. Nintendo,
Yeah, forever.
Nintendo knows how to do it because they did it with Splatoon. They kind of need to bring that Splatoon kind of feel to their Mario sports games or whatever sports games they're doing. But
Yeah.
Nintendo's stubborn. What are you gonna do?
Uh, but speaking of Fall Guys, before I forget about that, the next topic is actually about that. And Fall Guys is delayed on Switch and Xbox will now have crossplay. And this is news brought up by IGN. Um, and it says Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout has been delayed on Switch and Xbox, but this extra time will let the team add features like crossplay. Mediatonic announced the news in a blog update sharing that with so many new opportunities now in our hands, we've realized that our previously announced summer 2021 Switch and Xbox release is scheduled, unfortunately, just too soon for us to include all the tasty new features we're working on. Basically, you guys screwed up. The team promises the wait will be worth it. True. And that this delay will let them add features like crossplay, meaning that when we add new platforms, player will be able to stumble in harmony with their pals, regardless of the platforms of choice. In addition to the new platforms, Mediatonics continues to work on new seasonal content, release fresh shows, costumes, rounds, and much more. The upcoming season 4.5 update part of this plan and will include two fiendish new rounds and fall fashion options. This news follows Epic Games' acquisition of Mediatonic in March 2021. Ooh. Alongside the news, Mediatonic shared that your gameplay isn't changing, and the added resources will help bring a ton of features already seen in Fortnite and Rocket League to Fall Guys. How do you guys feel about that?
Personally, I think it's the curtain call for Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys was fun for a month, and then everybody moved on to Among Us. I think there wasn't enough depth in the game itself to keep people playing for that long. By the time it
Yes.
comes to Switch, it's they're gonna have a little fan base because people that only have Switch are gonna play it for a little while. But there's not enough there to keep people playing how Fortnite is or how even Among Us, even though it's simplistic as hell, there's more depth than Fall Guys. I think it's too late for Fall Guys.
Wait, did you talk about Super Mario Party by any chance? Or are we?
We just had a whole conversation about it.
No, no, no. I meant like the. Oh
I-
no. Okay, yeah, yeah.
if
That's
Super
added in
Mario
there. Yeah, it's added
Party
in the conversation.
if Super
No,
Mario
no.
Party adopts a Fall Guys method where it's more than 4 players and it's like 100.
That's what just screwed me up for a second.
No, hold on. That'll be the wave for a minute if Nintendo adopts that philosophy and
Oh,
starts adding more than just 4 player games to Mario Party. It'll change the world. Like the president Biden will be like, you for Mario Party. Like it'll change the world, bro. Fall Guys was a nice experiment, but I think it's over. I think by the time it comes to Switch, it's gonna be old news. It's already old news to me. I don't think anyone's still playing it like that.
so here's the kickback to that. When it releases on the new Xbox and it releases on Switch, it will be a whole new platform for people that haven't played it. And so it will get a surge like Dead by Daylight
I
did when they
agree.
added
I agree with that.
crossplay.
I agree with that.
So
But I think that
that's the only.
surge will last a month. I bet. I bet. There's
Well,
not,
Dead by Daylight actually kept going with it, but it's because they kept adding more to it. So
bro. Dead by Daylight can do guest characters. It can do a lot of things with its gameplay. But Fall Guys is very very.
is this little bean guy running around?
Fall Guys doesn't change depending on who you're playing as. Where like Dead by Daylight, if you're playing as Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers, the gameplay changes. Fall Guys is Fall Guys. Doesn't matter the skin you're using.
You're
There's
just a little bean.
yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same as like Apex or Fortnite. Or I feel like this whole stream is tethered to the whole multiplayer party game experience. You know how every one of the podcasts we do have like a main overall theme.
And we don't notice it. It
We
just
don't notice
happens.
it until halfway through the podcast, but This
So,
podcast is definitely tethered to the party game experience.
so
And
whoever, what's the name of our new editor that's gonna be helping us out?
Robbie,
Yo, Robbie, make sure you put that as a line.
put that as a title in one of the descriptions or whatever. But
Uh,
I feel like Fall Guys is it's old news. It's gonna be new to Microsoft and Nintendo players, but realistically, there's not enough there to keep you playing like that. Like you're not gonna get John Wick and Fall Guys, and your whole experience is gonna change. Where like in Fortnite, you get Thanos, and like the whole game is like tethered around the fact that you have Thanos or Deadpool or Wolverine or something like that. Like with John Wick, you know.
see, hold on, let me reach a couple comments. Marius Lecter said, You mean move back to Among Us?" Paco says, "Once Fall Guys hits Switch, it'll blow up again, IMO, but with this push from summer to fall, I don't know. Among Us is simpler, but has more opportunity for interaction between players. The meetings are
Bingo,
key, crew meetings. The proximity chat mod is also a huge changer. Here's the
bingo.
thing: I have little brothers and nephews who are still children, and they still talk about Among Us and laugh at Among Us memes compilations. Fall Guys was a thing, but Among Us is still hip. Agreed.
I agree with everything they said. I don't think Fall Guys has legs. As in, I don't think it has longevity
Yeah,
like
Fall
that.
Guys does. Among Us does. Yeah.
Among Us does, just for the fact that it's a little more about communication with Among Us than Fall Guys, where Fall Guys is just you're just tumbling around a little like gladiator field or whatever. And Paul
Right.
Claw, you stole my girlfriend. I'm never gonna forgive you. But anyway, the Fall Guys coming to new consoles is gonna have a surge. It's gonna have a good month or two, but there's not enough there. There's not enough there.
All right. Moving on to the next topic before our main event.
Hey,
Opening a opening a Saka Super Nintendo World last month seems like a mistake. Kotaku article. Um, on March 18th, Shigeru Miyamoto appeared at the Super Nintendo World opening at Universal Studios in Japan. For the photos, he seems to have briefly removed his mask, which was probably safe. However, in light of the ensuing state of emergency, the photos reflect poorly on the seriousness of the pandemic, especially how it's been announced the park is temporarily closing. Today, as main Niche News reports, Universal Studios Japan will close temporarily from April 25th. This comes as Osaka has declared a state of emergency due to increasing COVID-19 cases. In the weeks after Super Nintendo World opened, the prefecture experienced a spike in infections, with Osaka continuing to break daily records for COVID infections. Do note that the case numbers are relatively low in Japan. However, the vaccine rollout has also been slow and lacking. As far as we know, there have been no reports about Universal Studios Japan causing COVID clusters. However, considering how careful Nintendo usually are about everything social, even when adding online access to their consoles. The way it okayed the Super Nintendo World launch seems careless, agreed. After the park opened, Osaka became a COVID hotspot within the country. But what would Nintendo want to be associated with that? I'm in agreement. When I first saw that they were gonna open amidst COVID, I thought, why would you do that when you can wait, resettle, expand the park even further because there's newer projects being added, and wait until this blows over by September? But no, money talks. How do you feel?
I feel like it's not that easy. I feel like when you invest so much money into something, you want a return to come back as soon as possible because you put so much money into it, you want to see that money come back. And also, this is Miyamoto's legacy. This is his dream, to see his game worlds manifest in the physical world. So I'm sure he had the best of intentions in thinking that let's try to open this. Pandemic numbers every month I'm hearing it's going down. Oh, it's going up. I'm sure that he thought, it's gonna start going down from here. It's 2021. It's been a year. It's gonna start slowing down, but doesn't seem like it's the case. But I think he has to wait. I think wait for this dream to manifest right now, bro.
thankfully the COVID vaccine cases are catching up. We're not here to talk about COVID, guys. Just sorry, we have to touch on it. COVID vaccine cases are spiking up, and we're doing better a
Coronavirus!
better job to isolate.
Coronavirus!
Cardi B, relax. What are you talking about?
Coronavirus!
Oh, Cardi, go back in the basement.
Oh,
Listen,
why are
I
you
fed
laughing?
you. Stop laughing. I fed you.
Government! Let me tell y'all up there.
Listen. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. You're not gonna fit. You know what? You're going another day without food. Get back in the basement.
Cardi,
All right. You know
Cardi's
what?
wildin'. We got to bring Cardi every episode of the podcast. She's wildin'.
Anyways, in conclude, basement. In conclusion, um, what was I saying? In conclusion, hopefully we can get this all situated. Super Nintendo World. It allures me to no end. I cannot wait to be there and enjoy it and welcome you guys to come with us. And meanwhile, right now, it's not going to be the case. And I hope things are going to look up. They are looking up. So, be as brave as Marv, be as brave as the bravest Braveheart, and we will pull through.
Bravery up!
Yeah, man. I
Uh,
mean, I'm sure people are like antsy to get it started, and Nintendo and Universal are probably both very antsy. This is possibly the biggest thing that Universal has had since they have had the Marvel theme stuff in their parks.
yeah.
Because I don't know if everybody remembers, but Universal before Disney brought Marvel, Universal had all the Marvel stuff at their theme parks. So
Yes.
now that Disney brought Marvel, all that stuff has moved over to the Disney parks. So they need another big attraction like Nintendo. Nintendo's a big property. Mario is a humongous. Everyone on the planet knows Mario everywhere you go. So they needed this kind of attraction, but realistically, it don't look like this year. It definitely wasn't last year. I don't even know if it's the next year. Theme parks is not a thing right now. Theme parks is something people are not looking forward to visit at this particular point in history of the planet Earth. So cool it. Just wait a little bit, man, and hopefully things get better next year and Cardi B relax.
Bravery up!
But let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens.
All right, guys. Seeing this is the last topic, and seeing as though we have to avoid a cease and desist, we are not going to sit here and go off of the cuff and talk about opinions. But we will have to make a statement without trying to defame anybody. Um, in case of you, those of you who are not aware of the Smash Bros. Scene, we have we have had a lot of situations happen with the Smash Bros. Scene in particular through allegations and whatnot. And Senpai, after years worth of silence, finally came out with a long-awaited retort in the following article, which I will read to you. This is gonna be a long one, so settle down, guys. Um, the Super Smash Bros. Commentator, streamer Cinnamon Senpai Dunson released a statement today in response to allegations of sexual misconduct and predatory behavior raised against her 10 months ago, obviously by another fellow streamer and youngin Puppet. In today's statement, Dunson claims she never arred anyone or forced anyone to be in a sexual or romantic relationship with her. I have never consented to or asked any quote. I have never consented to or asked anyone to wait until I'm blackout drunk, vomiting and unconscious to put their body parts anywhere inside of or on me in any way with any of the people that have throughout my life, including in 2016, Dunson said, unquote. In July 2020, Troy Pumpet Wells, one of the top Smash Ultimate players in the world, claimed that Dunson, who frequently carpooled to the events with her, initiated uh, X conversations with him via Snapchat in 2016 when he was 14 years old. The link to the experience that Puppet posted is right there. You guys can look all of this up yourselves. I'm sorry for being so limited. Wells claimed that intoxicated Dunson tackled him to the ground and started, quote unquote, making out with him. before heading back to play more Smash at a post-tournament event later that summer. He said that Dunson and often slept together in the same bed. Their relationship escalated as far as quote, the relationship escalated as far as sex, but never as intercourse. According to Wells,
Oral sex, you said,
after
right? Oral sex.
yes,
Okay.
I'm trying to be as you stop me where it's something
Yeah,
of
yeah.
what after Wells made this statement in July, members of the FGC revisited old Xanadu VODs and found several moments that showed Dunson physically interacting with Wells. Agreed, including instances of Dunson wrapping her arms around him. That's whatever. In her statement, Dunson said she was an irresponsible, inappropriate, immature 23-year-old in 2016. That's no excuse. Um, but will not disclose any more specific details or names for legality purposes and advisory from her lawyer. So basically, lawyered up, trying to cover situation. Dunson also cited her own encounters with abuse that that doesn't defend. Okay, anyways, and said she's going to work towards preventing others from experiencing any of what she says, specifically in regards to the fighting games community. I realize there's people out there that, like me, who've been abused. Again, just because you go through something doesn't negate what you did. That I can say that because that's just factually true. As children and young adults who are living with events that have caused them to develop mental disorder and S uh, S ideation. I can't say that. Dunson said, "Don't give up. Don't try to mask your trauma with alcohol or drugs either. You wind up in dangerous situations. No one will protect you, and bad things will happen to you." Let me read through this real quick in my statement. Attacked her moral characters in a few. So basically, claiming that he attacked her character, blah blah blah. After initial negotiation allegations, Dunson was banned from all 2G gaming events alongside several other players and personalities who were accused of misconduct and predatory behavior, including Richard K. Taro King and D-Ron D1 main grip. Okay. Uh, Bando Namco and NetherRealm Studios pulled their support for We Play Sports earlier today, saying their games will no longer be featured at any events run by the organization. Both organizations, no official reason. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, look, I'm not going to sit here and take an opinionated stance from what I know inside. What I can say is blood doesn't watch blood. What I can say is that hiding yourself behind legalities, other than right away attacking the situation head on, was the appropriate legal choice. But the evidence is damning. Um, I don't like how this would not be accepted in any level if it was someone from the opposite sex. Even so, the perfect example would be Nairobi. And the only reason they were even able to do so is by losing their initial most acclimated platform and switching over to YouTube. Wow. Also having evidence to show the other side doing what they were doing, but also, and lastly, and most importantly, taking accountability for your actions. And the community came together and said, let's give this one individual a second chance because of the circumstances specific to the individual. The circumstances specific to Sinpie are damning. I will not defame Sinpie, nor will I stand on her side. But I will say, for those of you out there that are not well informed in this case, are not well instanced in the situation, please do your due diligence. And for those of you that are fully aware, whether you're young, old, or otherwise, acclimate yourself to the reality of each individual situation being their own situation. Lastly, do not attach these problems to the Smash Bros. Community. You have no idea the kind of problems that has brought down to organizers of TOs, such as Marv here and others. We are now having to deal with a backlash of of grand proportions, and in some cases, justifyingly so. But the conversation has never, if you guys remember, was never about let's have the conversation. It was more about initial bandwagon attacking and then going on. And if it would have been handled better, I think we would have a better understanding about this. Marv,
I don't really know what to say. I don't follow these stories too closely. Sin is a little more closer. He knows these people personally, so I feel like he has a little more knowledge on about what's going on. But I don't know if we're giving Nairo a second chance, we're giving Zero a second chance.
I don't know about Zero.
I don't know either. I don't know any of these people personally. I'm not even that close to what they were doing. I am personally not putting my name on the line for any of these people. But
Right.
I'm in the stance where like let's see what legally happens, and I think everybody deserves a second chance, but I'm also not in the position to say that person deserves it because so I'm not so knowledgeable about what they did or why they did it. In the case of like saying, "Hey, I messed up because messed up things happened to me," I don't think that is a valid excuse. Considering, I mean,
Right.
if someone shot someone I cared about, I can't go out and shoot somebody and say, "Hey, it happened to me, so I had to. That's why I did it to someone else." It's
Right.
it's a very it's a very irresponsible thing to say because um, me personally, when something bad happens to me, even for my enemies, I will say I don't want that to happen to anybody. You know what I mean? I don't want that to happen to anybody. Um, if I got beat up as a kid, I'm not gonna beat up someone else and say, "Hey, I'm only like this because of what happened to me." It
Right.
seems irresponsible. It seems like I gotta take responsibility. If I bullied Sinfanta as a kid, and I gotta say no, I did it because I did it, not because what happened to me.
Also, how do you feel? And to conclude this topic, um, how do you feel this has made you feel about TOs and tournaments moving forward?
Well, I know we talked about it a couple months ago, or maybe weeks ago, and
Yeah, weeks ago.
I honestly was saying that, hey, maybe we gotta not include people under 18 in our tournaments because it just seems like with how things are going right now, let's not mingle the adults with the kids. And I know your position was, hey, well, we don't want to exclude the future prodigies and people who are going to be future legends from our events, and I'm still on the fence about it. I still don't know. Maybe a little more thought needs to be put to it, but I'm still kind of on the fence and saying, nah, let's just make it for adults, bro. Because we're adults. If adults mess up, they have the responsibility of it. Whereas a kid messes up, it's kind of everyone else's fault. When someone under 18, 18 or younger messes up, it is the responsibility of everyone around them. where if I'm over 18, hey, you knew what you were doing. You're an adult. You gotta freaking take responsibility. And I'm still on the fence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I want to start having Smash events again soon, especially considering we're moving into a bigger space where we can do this more frequently. But I don't know. Maybe I need the voice of the people in both of our communities, in Sin's community and my community, to tell me their opinions
Right.
about how to move forward, because I live in a box. I don't know what's going on out there too much. If it wasn't for Sin, I wouldn't know freaking nobody. So you guys tell me what you think. I don't even want to freaking stick my neck out for anything and anyone anymore.
No. We tried that, and thankfully we didn't do it too far. But anything else anybody gotta add? Let us know now. Marv, are you gonna continue streaming? You gonna do some Street Fighter?
Nah, I'm already way past my bedtime. I'm half an
Aw.
hour past my bedtime, but it was a good podcast though.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as sad as it is, this is the end of the podcast.
Oh no. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but Silky is a mark, bro. Silky is a mark, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the wrap up of the podcast. We still have not decided on what the name is gonna be. Marv, please let them know.
I don't
Soon
even know,
enough.
bro. There's so much going on. Don't be a mark. Maybe Don't Be a Mark podcast.
No, I think that's we'll talk about But thank you so much everybody for stopping by. We shall be back hopefully next week on time. Thank you so much for everybody that came through. I will be continuing being live. Make sure you check out Bravery Arcade at twitch.tv/Bravery Arcade. That's for me, twitch.tv/Sinfanta. Lastly, again, make sure you recognize this man's work and talent. Support him on Bravery Studios, on Instagram, on their website, everything. I love you guys so much. Take care of each other, and as always,
Mission complete.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Head to the door, baby!
0.
We await your return, brave hearts.